Alright, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom, and what an amazing sight that we are seeing here from XRP. The market is excited once again because we are seeing here that we are up something like 4 or 5% on the day, and we are back above 60 cents one more time. Now, of course, with this positive development here in the price action, we are also seeing that speculation is also on the rise. People are speculating that by the 25th of this month, 25th of July, we would have had a settlement, right? But to be honest with you, this speculation has been there ever since last week. But I remember when people were saying that it was this meeting which was supposed to come up with something like a settlement. But, still, I went on to read this article here so that you don't have to read the article one more time, right? I mean, really, to be honest with you, there is nothing right there. I looked at it, and really, they're just basically paraphrasing what the CEO of Ripple Garlinghouse said here. He actually didn't even mention like a settlement or something like that. He himself is actually not expecting any settlement, according to his words. I will show you a video here. But he is actually awaiting the ruling of the remainder of the case, right? Which is only remedies, right? Other than that, the issue of XRP being a security is already out of the wind. I mean, it's water under the bridge already. So it's done. There is clarity there already. So in my humble opinion, I think we're actually wasting time, right? Waiting for the settlement to happen. Right? So I want you to listen to what you said, and maybe you can actually draw a conclusion to say, okay, did he say he is expecting any settlement or something like that? So let's go here.
We only have about 30 seconds left, Brad, but I am curious here about your relationship with the SEC. Are you in settlement talks at all with the agency right now?
I can't comment on that specifically. Suffice it to say that the ruling has been clear from the judge. There's one final piece, as you referenced, about these investment contracts that are sold to institutions. We expect resolution very soon, but can't predict exactly when the judge will rule there.
I mean, right at this point, I think it's very much clear that XRP is not a security. Whatever is going to be happening. So when I see headlines like these ones, I'm very much sure that this is just clickbaiting. Right? People are just, they are speculating for no reason. I mean, at least if you want to be speculating, right? Speculate with something that probably has got like some kind of tangible evidence at the very end, right? But just coming out here and saying that, look, there is a closed meeting on the 18th of July. This one was cancelled. So this specific one was the one which the settlement was going to be happening, and moreover we have got another one on the 25th of July. So this is exactly when it's going to be happening. I mean, can't you now see that it's becoming like too silly, right? By the way, if you go to the SEC page, I think I visited that page right there, you can actually see that there are just plenty of this closed meeting here. Like if you just go ahead, closed meeting. So all right, why wasn't it in June? Why wasn't it here in July 11th? Why 18th July? And why the next one here, the 25th? So it's just speculation which really does have no evidence to it, in my humble opinion. There's literally no need for this. If you just go ahead and look at the price chart, you're going to realize that, settlement or no settlement, XRP is just going to go, right? Like technically speaking, right? These things, they just have to happen. But luckily, I'm also coming across people who really know what they are talking about. This guy here down, he actually has got like hands-on experience with this kind of things, right? And he goes on to say here that like these are regular meetings that have nothing to do with people, right? Its cancellation had nothing to do with people, and even if there was a settlement there or not, right, it probably would not be discussed at one of those meetings. Speaking as somebody who has attended like hundreds of these ones, so yeah, just from this one, I mean, he has been there multiple times, over hundreds of times, right? So I think I can take the word of this guy who at least has got some experience rather than somebody who is just writing behind the keyboard, right? And backing with like no evidence whatsoever. He goes on to explain, you can go ahead and check out his account. It's Mark Fagel or Mark Fagel. I really don't know. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, but sometimes it's really, really hard to pronounce them. So yeah, the bottom line here is that there is no evidence that is backing that there is going to be something like a, settlement right towards the end of this week. If it happens, then it happens, but still I expect that it has minimum effect on the price, because really it has already been determined that XRP is not a security. What more clarity do you need there? But still, as I was saying that just as I was saying that there is really no need for all this crazy speculation. XRP is going to go and really is going to pump hard, right? But should we be lying to people just to get clicks? I don't think it's just a good thing, right? But if we take a look at the chart here, we can easily see that we have the conditions that we need for a bull cycle, and it's just a matter of time. My specific price target for this bull cycle is something like $5.20, and then I've got a best case scenario of something like $18.60. Now, I've seen a guy come out and say that God showed him that XRP was going to go to something like $10,000. I really don't know what to say here, but I don't believe it right 100%. I just don't believe it. It's not practical. And, there are also speculations saying that XRP could go as high as something like $100, because if it takes like 1% of what Swift I mean, the market share of Swift right at this point, it will be at $100. Maybe that's possible, but we would have to see, right? It just sounds too astronomical. And this market would really have to expand, like really take over almost everything. Or the dollar value as we know it today will not be the same. These are the only two scenarios in which we can have prices like that. But other than that, I think that we have to remain like very, very much realistic and see what the price is actually telling us by there. For example, I was talking about this symmetrical triangle here. Usually these are continuation patterns. Of course, they also have, you know, a potential to fall to the downside, but in this situation, it's just practically not possible if you just go ahead and measure it like your measured move price, right? This is the thickest part here. I mean, how can XRP fall the way down to something like 8 cents here, 9 cents? Practically impossible in my humble opinion, but still, we'll see what eventually happens right there. $5.20, as well as a high of something like, you know, it was $13.60 right now. That was actually coming off of the like the bigger symmetrical triangle that we were seeing here with XRP. If we just want to extend this one a little bit here, if you measure from the thickest part here to this point, and then, you know, obviously do the measured price I get here, $13.60 is what you come towards. And then also, if you just apply your Fibonacci retracement to from the very top to the very bottom here, you're seeing that your full extension is right around like that $14 mark right there. So I think that is very much realistic for XRP to do. Remember, we didn't have a bull cycle last time, but still the price has managed to consolidate. It has fallen like relatively, you know, less than most other altcoins did, right? So people go in and say, you know, XRP is not moving this and that, but they don't consider that there are also a lot of things which have fallen 90%. And even like the last week that we were in right now, a lot of these altcoins were setting like new lows. I mean, the market bottom like in 2022, but still some things are setting new lows right as we speak today. So it really shows you the strength of XRP. Anyway, I don't want to run my mouth too much, so we can actually wrap it right here. But if you like the content, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It also helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for this kind of information will now be able to find the video much more easily. Now, if you're new to the channel, I want to kindly ask you to subscribe, because it just helps me like individually, right? This is now my selfish request, but I hope you can hear me out, right? So you have a good one. Take care. Bye.